I mean, I wish there was something else I could do, but I'm limited by what evidence I hear.
I'm just mad because if I knew I could bring in evidence, I would have did that. But like I said, when I asked the church, hey, does there anything y'all need from me for the court? They said, no, we don't need anything.
Today, we have a mother who filed a suit in family court to increase her child support. She's upset with everybody involved because things did not go how she expected. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Won't waste any time, let's go ahead and get into it.
The state will call Miss Robinson. Miss Robinson, would you state your full name for the court's records? Okay, and are you the mother of...
Yes, I am.
How old is...
She is 16.
Okay. And how is she covered for health insurance?
She has her dad's insurance, health insurance.
And how is she covered for dental insurance?
Her dad covered that, and then she's on her grandmother's plan as well. My mom's plan for health and dental.
Okay. I'll go ahead and pass this witness.
She admitted the father is paying for health insurance and dental. So what is the reason for her also having her daughter on her mother's plan too?
Call your next witness.
I will call Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, would you state your full name for the court's record, please? Okay, and are you the father of Robinson?
Yes, ma'am.
So the mother birthed the child and gave her her last name. For the fellas out there still getting duped by these you gotta have your legacy arguments, very few of you will have that. Most of you will simply be ATMs and get disrespected by everybody along the way.
Okay, are you presently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who do you work for?
Valero Port Arthur Refinery.
Okay, and how long have you worked for Valero?
It'll be 11 years this year.
Okay, and are you paid hourly or a salary?
Early.
Okay, how much are you paid per hour?
1 second. On this paper right here, it shows that I'm paid 50. Let me get it. $50.98 an hour.
You said $59.98?
Yes, ma'am. $50.98.
$50.98. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we see why the mother is here to get an increase. This guy is bringing in very good money in Texas, basically $51 per hour, not including emergencies where he's forced to work overtime. So yeah, he's making $51 per hour. Meanwhile, the mom is at home sitting on her behind, acting like a stay-at-home wife with no husband and a 16-year-old who's at school all day.
Okay, do you work 40 hours per week?
No, basically the way my schedule works is I'll have a 36-hour week and I'll have a 48-hour week.
Okay. What do you typically gross in a month?
Well, probably about 6,000, 7,000 after they take out taxes, child support, union dues, benefits, United Way that I pay into every year.
Okay. How much
So
do you pay?
I'll say I gross about 111,000.
111,000?
So the real answer to her question, the truth, it should have been about $92.50 gross, not $6,000. He tried to throw out a lower number.
Yes, ma'am. $347.59 is what I have.
Okay. What is the amount of union dues you pay?
About $200 a month.
You pay that every month?
Yes, ma'am. It varies. They take a certain percentage out of each check, and it's based off of what that check is.
Okay, and you had health insurance available for your employer? Okay. How much is that health? How much is that health insurance?
That is split and divided through my whole family.
Okay.
It's about $150 a person, so about $150. Yes, ma'am, and that covers health, dental, and vision.
Okay.
Right.
Do you have her covered for dental as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And vision.
Do you have any other biological children under the age of 18?
Yes, ma'am. I have two.
Two? Okay. Do those children reside with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll go ahead and pass this witness.
Call your next witness.
Say no further witnesses.
Okay. Ms. Simone, have you looked at your lawsuit?
Yes, sir. I haven't run the calculation with what he testified to, though.
Your lawsuit says that he makes a lot more money than what he testified to. I mean, in your lawsuit, you said he grossed $14,000 a month. He testified that he only grosses about $9,500. That's $5,000 difference.
Uh-oh.
So
Right.
that's okay.
I mean,
Mr. Lee, so you work 36-48?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you do that every 2 weeks, right? 36 one week and then 48 the next.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that's real
Also-
consistent.
Yes, sir, it is. We also have turnarounds that we're forced to work on due to being short.
Right.
So sometimes I get forced to work when I don't really want to.
Right. I've been in the construction and plant business. I haven't the last 25 years, but I was in it for my entire life before then. So I understand the 36-48, and I certainly understand the turnaround. But let's be honest, Mr. Lee, you may not like to work the turnarounds, but you do like the money.
Everybody likes the money.
Yeah, all right. So we're being honest with each other. Let's
Yes,
be
sir.
honest all the way, okay?
Right.
All right. At least if they're forcing you to work it, at least they're not having to force you to take all that extra money.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right.
So back when I was a kid, I used to work power line construction, utility work. Well, I'm going to tell you, I never liked the storm work. Some hurricane or some tornado roll in and we'd have to go work, for 8 or 9, 10 straight days to get people's power back on. That wasn't fun because we were working 15, 16 hours a day. But I never said no to the check that they gave me.
Basically, the judge is telling him to stop complaining about working overtime when he's forced to work in emergency situations because he's getting paid for it. You know how it goes. Men can't complain, and they're told even by other men to just shut up and give me your money. Going to court is like a stick up.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that was really, really good money. All right. Y'all stand by. Let me do some calculations. All right. Miss Robinson, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Miss Robinson, is there anything else that you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
I said when the amount he's giving to me, it seemed like he gave his adjusted gross income and not his net income.
I don't have anything else to go by. That's the only income that I have. It's $111,000 a year. That's what I got.
I said, but that's not what his employer sent to the attorney general.
I don't have any testimony to that. Nobody put on any evidence to help me with that, Miss Robinson. The only thing I got to go by is what Mr. Lee just told me. See,
Okay.
in a lawsuit, Miss Robinson, when you're in a court of law, you have to put on evidence to justify your position. And I've heard no evidence other than what Mr. Lee just told me.
Well, when I asked, the attorney general, does anything I need?
But that's what I'm saying, Miss Robinson. That may be, but there have to be documents that's what his income is. Okay.
Can I ask the attorney general what information they have? Because I can't go to his employer and get his information. That was from the attorney general.
You can ask, but Miss Simone can't testify.
The mom here is confused because she left everything up to the AG. And truthfully, that's what they all do because the AG is like the free illegitimate defense force for the mom.
Do you wish to call a witness, Miss Robinson?
So how do I get that information?
I can't help you there. I'm the judge in the case, Miss Robinson. You might need to talk to an attorney.
It's crazy how she doesn't know anything about her own case and she's expecting to get help by the judge, the court staff, clerk of court. That's what they do. You know how many times women walk up and they actually help them in the courthouse, give them legal advice, walk them through everything, providing them assistance when they're not supposed to. Clerks up there talking like they're lawyers. But let a man walk up in there. All the women are trained to put a wall up. They send him out the door quick, fast, in a hurry looking for an attorney.
This is kind of what happens from sometimes, Miss Robinson, when we leave everything at the hands of the state. the agency doesn't always do what you want them to do.
Like I said, can we replay? Because he did not argue his amount last time. He only argued the fact that I sat on my tail all day and didn't work and he had to pay. Can we replay that chat? He did not argue the amount he made last time we had him.
She's trying to bring up an outside discussion from previous negotiations and said that he didn't argue about how much money he made last time. He just allowed her to say whatever and went along with it. This time he's in court before a judge and he provided his own testimony. So she's supposed to have the evidence to support her case. Instead, she's waiting for someone else to do it. And most of the time they do. But since she can't present any evidence to prove it's a different amount, they have to go with $111,000 gross.
This
I don't.
This is not the first hearing that I've had on this case. It was just filed in May.
No, it was probably the negotiation conference.
Oh, you can't bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't bring up anything that happened in the negotiation, Miss Robinson. That's not allowed under Texas law.
So I got to go get a lawyer now.
If you think the child support needs to be higher than what I'm going to set it at, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because he makes. I don't have any information, but I know he makes more than what he says he does.
Okay.
That's $6,000-7,000 of what he was making when we did it in 2011.
I'm not setting it on $67,000. I'm setting it on $111,000.
She essentially got what she wanted. She wanted child support to be increased, and the judge said that he's going to increase it based on the income of $111,000, which is still being assessed at a higher rate from like $6,000 per month to $9,000 per month. So she's going to get more child support. Even though she doesn't have the evidence to prove her own case, she'll still be able to walk away satisfying the overall objective here, which was to make him pay more. Like, girl, just shut up and go.
I'm saying $6,000-7,000 a month is what he was making when we did in 2011.
I'm not setting it on $6,700. I'm setting it almost $10,000 a month.
Okay. Only thing I'm saying is, okay, well, I guess I'm about to go through a lawyer, but like I said, I pay for absolutely everything. Everything. I get child support and that's it.
Now, how do you pay for everything and you don't even work? You don't pay for insurance. He's got the daughter on his medical, vision, and dental. You also get a child support check. You don't work. You're too busy being Inspector Gadget trying to figure out what he's doing at work. Between that and watching TV all day, that's taking up all of your time instead of looking for a job.
I've asked.
And he covers the insurance.
He covers the insurance.
Okay.
But if there's any bills that's left over.
So it's not everything, Miss Robinson.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm in okay, you know what?
I mean, I'm just saying, it's not everything. If he's paying child support and he's paying the health insurance, then he's covering some.
Normally, she will be able to get that lie off, but not today. It's not working for her.
So I have to go fight this further. I extended this a whole month, then did child support in November. I have to go fight this further because I can't get the information that I needed.
Okay. Ms. Robinson, when I get done with my ruling, I'll give you the information that you might need in order to take this further if you wish to do so. But I need you to understand, Ms. Robinson, is the judge in the court, all I can make a ruling on is the evidence that I hear. I can't make stuff up.
I'm just kind of confused of what, the Attorney General. I'm lost with the whole case altogether.
Well, then
I'm just confused with the Attorney General's office. Why do you say 14,000?
Well,
and then
he 14,000. I didn't hear any evidence for 14,000. So I can't set on that.
The thing about it is too, because that amount is not correct. He's giving. I know for a fact that's not. 4636 is not what he does. He has bonuses that he does give. He does.
They're not guaranteed. The bonuses aren't guaranteed.
It doesn't make any difference if they're guaranteed, Mr. Lee. If you got paid them, then I'm supposed to set child support at it. But I haven't heard any testimony to that. I haven't seen any evidence of that.
I said he does bonuses, and he has a lot of overtime. He does.
And I figured that in. I mean, I did the calculations based on the evidence that I heard, Miss Robinson. Okay. I mean, I wish there was something else I could do, but I'm limited by what evidence I hear.
I'm just mad because if I knew I could bring in evidence, I would have did that. But like I said, when I asked the church, hey, is there anything y'all need from me for the court? They said, no, we don't need anything.
Okay.
If I knew, I said, if I had to provide the information, then what's the sense? I don't understand. I'm kind of confused about the whole situation.
Right.
If I
And
have to
again,
provide the evidence, then what's the sense of me going through Attorney General? I could
I-
just skip this process altogether and just sit there and keep on getting a lawyer and getting records.
Yeah, you went through the AG because you wanted everything done for free. Everybody knows they always work for the best interest of the woman, not the child, by the way. That's why she felt comfortable enough to go to court without an attorney.
right.
And then sitting there saying,
Again,
hey,
Ms.
this and
Robinson,
that.
I can't advise you to that. I mean, it's a lawsuit. It's in my court. You always have the right to have an attorney when you go to court. Sometimes people have attorneys when they come to my court. Sometimes they just let the Attorney General's office run with their case. Okay. Court's going to find the court's jurisdiction. The court's going to find based on the testimony of the parties there's been a material substantial change of circumstance. Based on what I see, the child support needs to be increased to $1,115 a month. That will be effective June the 1st. And the parties were in your office in May, so they signed waivers in May. So the effective date will be June 1st of 2023. Mr. Lee will be responsible for the health insurance and the dental insurance on the child. I gave him credit for the $125 for the medical, the $25 for the dental, and $200 for union dues. Court costs by Mr. Lee, but I'll give him until January 31st of 2024 to pay the court costs. Does that take care of all the issues in this case that are before me today, Miss Simone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Miss Robinson and Mr. Lee, what's going to happen is they're going to send me an order. As long as it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it, get it back to them, and then they're going to make a copy of it and send it to each of you. Now, you don't have to be satisfied with my ruling, and I know Miss Robinson's not, and that's okay. That's her right not to be happy with the ruling. If you are unhappy with the ruling, you have 3 business days with which to file written notice of appeal with the district clerk's office in Jasper County. Again, that's 3 business days. So before Friday, you're going to have to, by Friday at 5, you're going to need to get that written notice filed.
And that's to who?
The district clerk in Jasper County.
District clerk.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. District clerk. It's on the 2nd floor of the Jasper County Courthouse. Okay.
Okay. And also, I do have a question.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
once we come back and once you realize that the lie was told,
Miss
what is
Robinson, I don't hear the appeal. The district judge hears the appeal, not me. A different court will hear the appeal. Okay, and that will also give you an opportunity to either hire an attorney or get the information for yourself. All right.
And I have to pay for this attorney, or do he have to pay for that?
You'll have to pay for your own attorney. This in Texas, you don't get court-appointed attorneys in family law cases.
This entitled moron. You filed a lawsuit, came to court with no evidence, still ended up getting an increase. You still have the opportunity to appeal the decision, but you're also expecting for him to pay for your attorney too? Like, what is going on? Never mind if the woman brought the suit up or the man brought the suit up, they always make the man pay the court fees. But you also want him to pay for your attorney so you can then turn around and ask for more child support when you just got an increase? I guess she's trying to make him pay for some of her personal expenses because she's too lazy to go and get a job like a normal adult. The teenage child is also almost grown. So pretty soon these checks will stop. But until then, the father, he's going to have to pay $1,100 per month and continue to provide insurance as well. And she's so mad that she didn't get more. Sounds like she was trying to get him to pay about $1,600 to $1,700 per month. Maybe that's what she was looking for. The crazy part is he's still paying money to her every month, and I bet she's still bad-mouthing him every chance she gets in front of their 16-year-old daughter. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Shout out to Rudy, and Kids Are Relevant too. I appreciate you all for your support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.